What's up, everyone? It's Beating Sierra, bringing you guys a bit of a rant. A rant targeted to a specific network called the CW. So, for those of you who don't know, CW is a network that hosts a number of DC shows: Supergirl, Arrow, Flash, Black Lightning. Did I miss one? And for the most part, I really enjoy the shows that they put out. There's a lot of controversy behind their shows, but for the most part, they're enjoyable. But there's one big problem I have with their shows. Also, spoiler alert, there are spoilers for the season 3 finale of Supergirl. Okay, so if you have not seen the season 3 finale of Supergirl, I would advise not watching this video and coming back later, because we're really talking about a reoccurrence, something that hasn't just happened once, but has happened multiple times, and that is baiting. It's not just Caramel. It's not just one particular ship that I'm complaining about. You know, if it was just that one time, I probably would say, whatever. But CW has built has actually really become notorious for baiting certain things and then changing their mind at the last second. They did it with, just honestly, if you're not up to date with Arrow or the Arrowverse in general, you probably shouldn't watch this video. I should warn you right now. Okay. They did it with Martin Stein, pretending that he was going to be okay and that he was going to return home alive. He's just going to retire. That didn't happen. He was killed. They did it with Livewire, having her own episode for a change, helping out Kara, having a redemption line for her, and then they kill her off. And now we come to Caramel, probably one of the most popular ships on the show. Whether you like them or hate them, they're still popular. And there is this indication of a Supergirl reunion where Caramel reunion where they get back together, and they were hinting about it just a couple episodes ago. And now we're at the finale, and it's not happening. He has to go back, and I understand the plot line. Okay, it makes sense. But the issue is, this is the writers doing this. The writers are planning out their episodes, they plan out the whole storyline, and it almost seems like they do it on purpose. And it's coming to the point where it's a little bit, it's a lot of bit frustrating. It's not like it's just towards one ship, whether you hate them or love them. It's really annoying when ships are baited and never done. I mean, they've baited Supercore a number of times and it's never happened, but that's, sometimes it happens. But now they've done it to Caramel, and they've also they've done it to quite a number of ships, even Sandverse. I would say they arguably did bait Sandverse when they knew that Floriana was not going to return for basically all of season 3. They still went ahead with the storyline of them getting engaged, and it all played into effect, and it effectively was baiting the ship, even though people knew it was going to happen, and it was a good send off, but they knew that it was going to happen, and they continued to bait people. And the CW has done this multiple times, where they've baited ships, they baited promises, but they haven't fulfilled that. And that's where it gets frustrating. Like, it would have been fine if they said from point one that Carmel wasn't going to get back together. That's fine. But they played it out like they were going to get back together. That's the thing. They played it out like they were going to get back together, and Mon-El was going to stay in the past, and then they switched it, where Mon-El can't stay in the past for whatever reason. I know there's the whole Brainiac situation, but it's just, why would you know the reaction they're going to get from the fandom. Why would you intentionally go out your way saying, hey, yeah, this ship is going to come back together again, and then nope, psych, it's not going to happen again? Like, I don't think it's that hard to ask to just be committed to your promises through your storylines, through your episodes, through your storytelling. If you're going to say something, if you're going to indicate something, then do that. Don't be like, psych, we're going to switch it up on you. Because that's not fair to your fandom. They expect one thing and they get something completely different. They expect Martin Stein to live, and then he gets killed off. They did it with, Mon-El's mother, that it seemed like she was going to live in the finale, but they ended up killing her off. They did it with, I'm trying to think, but this pattern just continues to happen over and over again. They promise one thing, and then they do something completely different. And it's getting to the point where people are, honestly, I've already seen that people are going to be dropping the show because of the bait and switch. It's really, really annoying, because it's effectively clickbait. Like, when you title an episode, when you title a video, and you title it purposely, intentionally, with a misleading title, and you know that it's going to trick people into clicking on your video, that's essentially what the CW is doing with their shows. They are promising one thing, like, hey, guys, Livewire's back. Nope, she's dead. It's just really frustrating. There was no point. It wasn't needed to add Livewire back in. She didn't need to reappear if you're just going to kill her off. They literally just had a special episode just so they could kill her off. It had no effect to the plot line. It had no effect to anything, really. Livewire was gone in season 1. You didn't need to bring her back only to kill her off. And they've done that with a number of characters as well. They brought back a character that was long missed, and then they kill him off. Like, they brought back Jay Garrick only to kill him off. They brought back I know they brought back other people only just to kill him off. And it's really, really annoying. This bait and switch is just, it's come to the point where people literally do not trust the CW at all with their shows. Like, if they make a promise, no one believes it, because at this point, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And it's come to the point where it's like, well, if you could fool me again, it's really a shame on me, because I should have seen it coming. I should have seen the whole switcheroo coming, and the lies, basically. And yes, the writers can tell their stories. That's fine. But there's also, like, this self-awareness that is... It is obvious that the writers know what they're doing. They're very talented writers. They know exactly what they're doing. They give their viewers like a sense of false hope, and nobody wants false hope. Honestly, as a person who views the show, I would much rather for Caramel to have never been a thing than to have them promise that they're going to come back together, only to switch that around and say, hey, psych, we changed their mind. They're not getting back together. In fact, we're sending Mon-El off the show again. It's like, make up your mind and stick to it, okay? If you're going to bring back Caramel, then bring back Caramel. The story that they were going with was absolutely fine. And then they decided, oh, no, we're going to switch it around. Like, I think it's mainly because they don't know what to do with the characters, is why they sent them off, because they don't know what to do with their storylines. Like, that's why Win left, and Jean left, because they really don't know what to do with the characters. They're regulars on the show, but they serve no purpose. And, yeah, honestly, I thought that Mon-El had a fine purpose. But if they knew that it wasn't going to happen, I don't think they should have tricked, Caramel shippers into thinking, hey, it's actually going to happen. They're actually going to reunite again. And then not have it happen. Now, I personally don't care either way. I would like Caramel to get back together. But if that doesn't happen, honestly, I'd be fine with Superbrain. I love those two nerds. If they do go down that pathway, I'd be fine with that. But it is a real problem that the CW continues to do this bait and switch on all of their viewers. It's not just the Caramel shippers. It's literally everyone in the fandom knows that the CW has baited and switched them at least once. They did it with they did it with Sandverse. They did it with, honestly, every single ship they've done it with, except for West Allen. You can't touch them. If they ever did anything to West Allen, people would be furious, because honestly, it's West Allen. People were mad about Lorifer getting a boot. But these things are going to happen. The writers do have to have the choice as what to do, but considering that the shows aren't actually doing that well, last time I checked, they're losing viewers. They're really losing viewers. Supergirl, I know, had a huge problem with lost viewers. You can just tell from the lack of reactors. Even WB has been really cracking down on these on blocking videos, which makes it it makes it harder to for a reactor to even react to their videos. Just like it's frustrating. It really is. Anyways, comment down below. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this baiting and switching? Do you agree with me that it's getting ridiculous? What do you think about it? Are you going to continue watching the show? The shows, there's multiple shows. Or did you drop a show? And feel free to explain the reason why you decided to drop it. Whether it was just because there's too much time, you don't have enough time, or for a specific reason where, maybe you got sick and tired of something. I'd love to know. I encourage you guys to speak your opinions about things and not to fear hate from others. If something happens in the comments, I haven't had a problem really, but if something does happen, just know that you have the right to speak your opinions and just be respectful towards others. That's all I ask. Respect each other's opinions, and yeah. I'll catch you guys next time on Playing TV. Peace out. See you awesome, guys. It's been a blast. Anyways, peace out, guys. It's been a blast.